This is a supermarket in Berlin, but every aisle of every section is vegan. Back home, finding a single vegan cheese in a supermarket is cause for celebration, but not here. Here, the whole fridge was vegan. Germany might be the most vegan-friendly country we have ever been to. There were moments where it genuinely felt normal to be vegan, which is really strange.
In this video, we'll cover the vegan scene in Berlin, Munich, and even Berchtesgaden. So stick around. Let's start in Berlin. Our first stop was the iconic Vöner. This vegan doner was excellent. The plate was especially good. The mock meat was well seasoned, the sauces were tasty, and the fries and salad made it a complete meal. Brammibals is a fully vegan donut shop. Just look at the size of this place and the number of options. Being vegan has made it easier than ever to pick an item. Because if fries are the only vegan thing on the menu, then the choice is simple, isn't it? But Brammibals brought back the feeling of being confused. Confused in a normal and oddly pleasant way. We got the Boston creme and it was really nice. If an indulgent breakfast platter is your thing, then you must visit Plant-Based. The dips and cheeses were tasty, the fruits were fresh, and we loved the coconut bacon chips. This is like a well-loved restaurant that's known for its Pan-Asian small plates. But before we get into the food, let's talk about its location. Like is located at this intersection. There are 3 massive restaurants on this intersection, each one with a capacity of 100 people or more, and every single one of them is vegan. When we started Imagine Cafe, we were the first 100% vegan restaurant in Mumbai, a city with an incredible history and a population of more than 20 million people. To see 3 establishments like this, right next to each other was quite staggering. And the coolest part was how normal it was. We do a lot of research before our trips and there's almost no mention or hype around this road or these restaurants. Berlin really is quite special in this way. And now onto the food. We started with these outstanding fried dumplings filled with seitan, leek and pumpkin. The stir-fried veggies featured a delicious sweet and spicy sauce. And the star of the show was this plate of marinated tofu cubes. This rice flake crust was mind-blowing. We loved our meal here. Our next stop was Munich, a beautiful city that we used as a base to discover the majestic German Alps. For lunch, we went to Pett. I got the schnitzel plate. Everything was fantastic, especially the homemade ketchup. Vidhi got the beetroot ravioli in soy crema and she loved it. We saved the best for last. These sugar-coated batter-fried apples were served with ice cream, candied plums and peaches. An insanely unique and indulgent dessert. We got a pizza for dinner. Traveling can be quite stressful even if you're not vegan, so having this simple, low-effort option can feel amazing. Next morning, we were off to the magical Lake Eibsee for a day trip. Before the train ride, we got breakfast at Plänty. The sexy Caesar sandwich was very nice. We also got another sandwich and a Bavarian cream cheese bagel for the road. We had an incredible day at Lake Eibsee. They call this lake the Maldives of the Alps and you can totally see why. But it was a long old day. Reaching these places with public transit can be really challenging, even in a country that prioritizes transit. We were famished, so we were especially grateful for our dinner at Soy once we were back in Munich. But the place was completely packed and had a buzz of excitement. Luckily, we had made a reservation. We left feeling content, warm, and with our stomachs full. Next day, we were off to Berchtesgaden for a couple of days. For the train journey, we packed a burger from McDonald's and a donut from Dunkin Donuts. Berchtesgaden is a beautiful alpine town. Königssee is incredible. Our favorite activity was the cable car ride. You get some incredible views of this cute town once you reach the summit. This was our favorite meal in Berchtesgaden. This town doesn't have many vegan options, so we really appreciated the burgers here. We also had a meal at Kulturhof, which was just opposite the Airbnb. The place is really nice, but the food was just alright. We love the grocery stores in Germany. Just look at our haul of goodies. We had the pizza for dinner along with some stir-fried veggies. We followed it up with some Magnum ice cream. For breakfast, we had some bread, sausage, and sautéed veggies.
Not having to step out was a huge relief. It had been a long trip across Europe, and we really enjoyed these two simple home-cooked meals where all the walking involved was from the kitchen to the table.
For lunch, we were back in Munich, so we had to go back to Pett. We got a Bavarian starter plate and just look at it. There was a herb potato cheese and onion butter, a cheesy tofu, a pickled radish with some kind of pesto, and a herb butter. Each item was meticulously made and super tasty. We also got a Bavarian stew. It reminded me a lot of a Bengali mutton curry. Another incredible meal at this incredible restaurant. And in the evening, we were off to Oktoberfest, even though it was September. We got the famous currywurst, which is a sausage with a curry sauce. This is my third visit to Germany and my third time trying the currywurst. And I have never liked it. It's just a huge plopping of ketchup. I'm sorry, but this sauce has almost nothing to do with curry. Oktoberfest was amazing. Germans are not the most approachable people in the world, but this was the happiest I have ever seen them. There was a jolly mood and many of the locals started conversations or even tried to help us find a spot in all of the chaos. It was hard to believe that these tents were tents and that they were going to be folded back down again. This ride was just insane. I could feel the Grim Reaper approaching. Completely mental stuff. When we got back home, it was late, we were exhausted, and we had an early morning flight. Another quick, convenient pizza dinner for us.
This is a story of how easy it is to be a vegan in Germany. But in many ways, it's a story of how easy it is to please a vegan. To summarize, we have made this video because we could buy stuff at grocery stores, we could walk into a restaurant without having audited it, and we could order from Domino's. But this is just where we are right now. Even these seemingly small steps make a big difference. Germany might be the most vegan-friendly country we have ever been to. So if you are planning a trip to Germany, it's time to get very excited.